Healing oneself naturally is an idea deeply rooted in Buddhism, a practice that extends beyond physical wellness to encompass the mind and spirit. In Buddhism, healing isn't merely about treating symptoms. It's a holistic process that begins within, nurturing an awareness that helps transform suffering and achieve inner peace. This perspective encourages people to focus on cultivating mindfulness, compassion, and insight as paths to well-being. 1. The nature of suffering, dukkha. The Buddhist teachings on healing start with the Four Noble Truths, specifically the first one, which states that life involves suffering, known as dukkha. This isn't a pessimistic view, but a compassionate and realistic acknowledgement of life's challenges. Dukkha can manifest as physical pain, mental anguish, or emotional distress. By understanding that suffering is a part of life, we can begin to address its roots rather than mask its symptoms. The second noble truth explains the cause of suffering, which often stems from desires, attachments, and aversions. For example, when we cling to the past or resist change, we generate inner turmoil. Recognizing these patterns helps us begin the process of healing by loosening these attachments. This is where the natural healing process can commence, beginning with self-awareness. 2. Mindfulness and meditation, foundations of healing. A core Buddhist practice is mindfulness, a form of awareness that helps us live in the present moment. When we are mindful, we can observe our thoughts and emotions without being overwhelmed by them. Mindfulness meditation trains us to be present, acknowledging what we feel, and gently guiding our thoughts back to the present when they wander. This practice reduces stress, improves emotional regulation, and even boosts immune function, proving its benefits for physical health. Meditation practices, such as anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing, help practitioners develop concentration and tranquility. When we focus on our breath, we learn to calm the mind, which can ease tension and reduce anxiety. Over time, this mindfulness can extend beyond meditation sessions and become a part of everyday life, helping us approach challenges with a clear, composed mind. Another significant meditation practice is metta, or loving-kindness meditation, which involves sending compassionate intentions to oneself and others. This practice nurtures self-compassion, which is essential for healing. When we're kind to ourselves, we give our bodies and minds space to heal naturally. Science supports this. Studies indicate that self-compassion reduces stress hormones and promotes resilience. 3. Healing through understanding, panna. Buddhism teaches that true healing comes through panna, or wisdom. This wisdom isn't just intellectual knowledge, but a deeper understanding of the nature of reality. When we practice mindfulness and meditation, we develop insight into our own patterns of thought and emotion. We see how our attachments and aversions contribute to our suffering, and we begin to let go of them. This process of insight is transformative. It allows us to understand the impermanent nature of all things, anicca, and the interconnectedness of all life. When we accept that everything is in constant flux, we stop clinging to things that inevitably change, freeing ourselves from a significant source of suffering. The power of compassion, karuna, and equanimity, upekkha. Compassion, or karuna, is central to the Buddhist approach to healing. By cultivating compassion, we develop a desire to alleviate suffering in ourselves and others. This doesn't mean pity or feeling sorry for others, but a profound empathy that leads to action. Compassion drives us to care for our bodies, minds, and relationships in a way that is nurturing and sustainable. Alongside compassion, Buddhism emphasizes upekkha, or equanimity, which is the capacity to remain balanced amid life's ups and downs. Equanimity gives us the strength to face difficulties without becoming overwhelmed. When we cultivate equanimity, we learn to accept the inevitability of change and approach life's challenges with a calm and resilient mind. 5. Practical steps for natural healing. A. Practicing mindful eating. Mindful eating is a simple yet effective way to bring mindfulness into daily life and support physical health. When we eat mindfully, we focus on each bite, savoring the taste and texture of the food. This practice helps us make healthier food choices, improve digestion, and prevent overeating. By appreciating our food, we also cultivate gratitude, which enhances mental well-being. B. Connecting with nature. Spending time in nature is a powerful way to heal naturally. Nature provides a calming environment that reduces stress and anxiety. Buddhist teachings often emphasize the importance of connecting with the natural world, reminding us of our interdependence with all living beings. By immersing ourselves in nature, we reconnect with ourselves and find solace in the simplicity of the world around us. C. Reflecting on mortality and impermanence. Buddhism encourages reflection on mortality, not as a morbid thought, but as a way to deepen our appreciation for life. By acknowledging our impermanence, we are inspired to live each moment fully without attachment to outcomes. This reflection can reduce fear and anxiety, making it easier to focus on what truly matters and let go of unnecessary stresses. D. Building community and connection. Buddhism places a high value on Sangha, or community. Healing is often a communal process, and surrounding ourselves with supportive people enhances our well-being. Buddhist communities provide a space for shared practices and values, offering emotional support and guidance. Connecting with others helps us feel understood and grounded, reducing loneliness and promoting emotional health. 6. Modern perspectives on Buddhist healing. The benefits of Buddhist practices for mental and physical health have gained recognition in modern medicine. Techniques like mindfulness and meditation are now widely used in clinical settings to treat conditions like depression, anxiety, and chronic pain. Research has shown that meditation can change brain structure, increase gray matter, and improve cognitive function. These scientific findings affirm the effectiveness of practices that Buddhists have been using for millennia. Mindfulness-based stress reduction, developed by Dr. John Kabat-Zinn, is a program that combines mindfulness meditation and yoga to help people manage stress, pain, and illness. MBSR is directly inspired by Buddhist teachings, though it is presented in a secular framework. This approach is a prime example of how Buddhist healing techniques are being integrated into modern healthcare. 8. The role of breath in healing. In Buddhism, breath is more than just a physiological necessity. It's a fundamental tool for achieving mental clarity, emotional balance, and physical health. Breath-centered practices such as anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing, encourage practitioners to observe their breathing patterns closely, using breath as a focal point to quiet the mind. This practice has remarkable therapeutic effects, enhancing concentration and reducing stress, anxiety, and even symptoms of depression. Focusing on the breath also provides a sense of grounding. When we become aware of our breathing, we anchor ourselves in the present moment, making it easier to let go of worries about the past or future. This process enables the mind and body to relax, facilitating natural healing. The breath, a natural rhythm we can always return to, serves as a bridge between our conscious and unconscious selves, helping us access a state of calm and inner peace. Over time, as one develops mindfulness of breath, the practice becomes an automatic response to stress. Instead of reacting impulsively to difficult situations, we learn to take a deep breath, assess our emotions, and respond thoughtfully. This habit transforms the mind, building resilience and equanimity. 9. Healing emotional wounds with forgiveness. Forgiveness, in Buddhism, is not only a way to release negative emotions, but also a healing tool for the mind and heart. Forgiving others and ourselves frees us from resentment, guilt, and anger, which are often obstacles to mental well-being. Holding on to these emotions is like carrying heavy baggage. It drains our energy and keeps us stuck in a cycle of suffering. Buddhist teachings emphasize compassion and understanding as keys to forgiveness. Rather than viewing others as enemies or judging ourselves harshly, we learn to see everyone, including ourselves, with kindness and empathy. By understanding that everyone, including us, experiences pain and makes mistakes, we foster a forgiving heart. Letting go of past hurts, we find inner peace, paving the way for mental and emotional healing. One technique for practicing forgiveness is through meditation. In loving kindness, or metta meditation, we send thoughts of love and goodwill to ourselves and others, including those with whom we may have unresolved conflicts. This practice gradually transforms negative emotions, allowing us to heal emotional wounds naturally. Studies have shown that forgiveness reduces stress and enhances mental well-being, proving that Buddhist teachings offer effective tools for emotional healing. The influence of karma and personal responsibility in healing. Karma, a fundamental concept in Buddhism, teaches that our actions, thoughts, and intentions create ripples that affect our lives. Understanding karma encourages personal responsibility, motivating us to make choices that contribute to our well-being rather than our suffering. Instead of blaming external factors, we learn to examine our own actions and intentions, recognizing the role they play in our health. The principle of karma doesn't mean that illness or suffering is always a result of bad deeds. Instead, it reminds us of the power we have in shaping our lives. By acting with compassion, kindness, and mindfulness, we create a life that nurtures health and happiness. This perspective encourages proactive, positive action that supports both physical and mental well-being. 11th, Buddhist dietary principles for health. Buddhism emphasizes moderation and mindfulness in all actions, including eating. By applying these principles to our diet, we can make food choices that promote health and vitality. Buddhist teachings encourage mindful eating, where we pay attention to each bite, savoring the flavors, textures, and aromas of our food. This practice prevents overeating and promotes healthier food choices, reducing stress on the body. Furthermore, many Buddhist communities advocate for vegetarianism or veganism, viewing a plant-based diet as a compassionate and sustainable choice. While this is not a strict requirement in all Buddhist traditions, it reflects the values of compassion and non-harming. Plant-based diets have been shown to reduce the risk of chronic diseases like heart disease, cancer, and diabetes, supporting both physical health and environmental well-being. 12. The power of silence and solitude in healing. Silence and solitude are valued in Buddhist practice as essential conditions for self-reflection and inner peace. Taking time away from the noise of daily life allows us to reconnect with ourselves, listen to our inner voice, and gain clarity. Silence acts as a balm for the mind, giving us space to observe our thoughts and emotions without distraction. Buddhist monks and practitioners often spend extended periods in solitude, where they can focus deeply on meditation and self-study. While not everyone can retreat for long periods, even short moments of solitude can have a positive impact. Spending a few minutes each day in quiet reflection allows us to reset, process emotions, and find balance. This practice strengthens mental resilience, helping us face life's challenges with greater ease. 13. Overcoming attachment for true healing. Attachment, according to Buddhism, is a major source of suffering. We often become attached to people, possessions, or even ideas, and when these attachments are threatened, we experience fear and distress. Buddhist teachings encourage us to recognize these attachments and gradually release them, understanding that everything in life is impermanent. This doesn't mean we should become detached from people or stop caring. Instead, we learn to approach life with openness and acceptance rather than clinging. When we release attachments, we experience a sense of freedom and peace. We no longer depend on external circumstances for our happiness, allowing us to find contentment within. This inner freedom is a powerful form of healing, as it reduces stress and anxiety and fosters a balanced, joyful life. 14. Integrating Buddhist teachings in daily life for lasting health. The healing practices of Buddhism are most effective when they become part of daily life. By incorporating mindfulness, compassion, and forgiveness into our routines, we create a life that supports natural healing. Daily meditation, mindful eating, and regular self-reflection help us stay connected to our inner selves, building resilience against stress and promoting holistic well-being. Additionally, practicing gratitude daily reinforces positive emotions and reduces stress. In Buddhism, gratitude is seen as a source of joy, reminding us to appreciate what we have rather than focusing on what we lack. Studies have shown that gratitude improves mental health, reduces symptoms of depression, and increases life satisfaction. By practicing gratitude, we cultivate a mindset that promotes healing. 15th. Modern applications and studies, supporting Buddhist healing practices. In recent years, many Buddhist practices have been integrated into healthcare and psychology. Mindfulness-based cognitive therapy, MBCT, for instance, combines mindfulness practices with cognitive therapy techniques to treat depression and anxiety. Similarly, loving-kindness meditation is used in therapy to help people cultivate self-compassion and improve interpersonal relationships. These practices have garnered support from scientific research, which demonstrates their effectiveness in promoting mental and physical health. Studies show that meditation can reduce stress hormones, improve focus, and increase gray matter in areas of the brain associated with learning and memory. These findings support the healing benefits of Buddhist practices and encourage their adoption in modern settings. 16th. Buddhist perspectives on death and end-of-life care. Buddhism offers profound insights into death and dying, viewing it as a natural part of life rather than something to fear. Buddhists practice acceptance of death, cultivating a sense of peace and gratitude for life. In Buddhist end-of-life care, the focus is on providing comfort, compassion, and mental clarity. Practices like chanting and mindfulness are used to help individuals face death calmly, reducing fear and attachment. Buddhist teachings on death can help those facing terminal illness or those who are grieving by offering a perspective that values each moment of life and encourages acceptance of its transitory nature. This approach brings peace to both the individual and their loved ones, helping them approach death with dignity and tranquility. 17. The ultimate goal, nirvana as the end of suffering. The ultimate goal in Buddhism is to attain nirvana, a state of liberation from suffering and the cycle of rebirth. While reaching nirvana may not be a goal everyone pursues, the journey toward it represents a profound form of healing. By practicing mindfulness, compassion, and insight, we gradually reduce suffering and increase inner peace. This path transforms our understanding of ourselves and the world, allowing us to live with greater joy and resilience. Nirvana symbolizes freedom from the causes of suffering, ignorance, attachment, and aversion. As we progress on this path, we achieve deeper levels of healing and harmony, discovering a sense of wholeness that goes beyond physical health. This journey reflects the Buddhist belief that true healing encompasses mind, body, and spirit, culminating in a state of complete well-being. 18. Buddhist rituals and their healing. Influence rituals hold a special place in Buddhism, acting as both symbols and tools for healing. Rituals such as chanting, bowing, and offering create a sense of structure and meaning, helping practitioners connect with themselves, their community, and the teachings of the Buddha. Each ritual can serve as a reminder of the values and insights one seeks to embody, fostering a profound inner transformation. For instance, chanting sutras or mantras has a rhythmic, meditative quality that calms the mind and deepens focus. It serves as a powerful meditative practice that generates positive energy and intention, reinforcing one's commitment to healing and mindfulness. Research even suggests that repetitive chants can produce calming effects similar to other forms of meditation, reducing anxiety and promoting emotional stability. Bowing is another ritual that cultivates humility and gratitude. When we bow, we acknowledge our interconnectedness with others and express respect for all life. The physical act also helps reduce the ego, which is often a barrier to healing. By physically expressing humility and gratitude, we mentally reinforce these qualities, which are essential for overcoming suffering and embracing peace. Offerings such as food, flowers, or incense are ways to give back and express gratitude to the Buddha and the teachings. This practice helps loosen attachments and encourages generosity. By making offerings, we practice letting go, realizing that joy comes from giving rather than possessing. The act of giving helps us shift focus from ourselves to others, enhancing our sense of connection and compassion, which can be deeply healing on both psychological and emotional levels. 19. The role of teachers and spiritual guides in healing. In Buddhism, teachers and spiritual guides play an invaluable role in guiding practitioners through their journeys of healing and self-discovery. Known as gurus or lamas in Tibetan Buddhism and bhikkhus or bhikkhunis in Theravada Buddhism, these teachers provide not only knowledge of the teachings, but also support and wisdom drawn from their own experiences. A teacher can help a practitioner recognize the mental habits and emotional patterns that cause suffering, offering guidance in transforming these patterns. They often encourage self-compassion and remind students to be patient, as healing is a gradual process. Having the support of a compassionate teacher can make a profound difference, especially during times of emotional turmoil or physical illness. Buddhist teachers help individuals maintain perspective, deepen their practice, and stay committed to the path of healing. Communities centered around these teachers, known as sanghas, offer collective support, which is an invaluable part of the healing process. Being surrounded by others who share similar values and practices provides encouragement and a sense of belonging, which are essential for emotional well-being. The shared experiences within a sangha create a supportive environment where individuals can grow and heal together, knowing they are not alone in their journey. 20. Healing and the practice of letting go. Letting go is one of the central themes in Buddhist healing. In many ways, the process of letting go is at the heart of the journey toward nirvana, as it involves releasing attachments, expectations, and resistance. We often hold on to painful experiences, limiting beliefs, or the desire for things to be different, which results in unnecessary suffering. By practicing letting go, we find relief from this mental and emotional weight. Letting go doesn't mean that we stop caring or become indifferent. Rather, it involves accepting things as they are without clinging to specific outcomes. This acceptance brings inner peace, helping us to approach challenges with resilience and clarity. Techniques such as meditation and mindfulness cultivate this quality, training us to observe our thoughts and feelings without attachment. One common meditation practice for letting go is vipassana, or insight meditation, where practitioners observe their sensations, emotions, and thoughts as they arise and pass away. By doing so, they realize the impermanent nature of these experiences. As we become more aware of this impermanence, our grip on attachments loosens, allowing us to live with greater freedom and peace. 21. Working with fear and anxiety in the Buddhist approach. Fear and anxiety are common experiences, especially in a world filled with uncertainties. Buddhism offers a path to working with these feelings, rather than avoiding or suppressing them. The Buddha taught that by facing our fears with courage and mindfulness, we can transform them and find peace. A powerful Buddhist approach to handling fear is through mindfulness and breathing techniques. When fear or anxiety arises, practitioners are encouraged to observe it without judgment, taking deep breaths to calm the nervous system. This practice allows them to engage with their fear from a place of stability and awareness, rather than reacting impulsively. Additionally, reflecting on the Buddhist teachings of impermanence helps individuals confront fear. Understanding that everything, including our anxieties, will pass, gives us the strength to let go of the control and resistance that often intensify fear. By trusting the process and accepting the ebb and flow of life, we develop a sense of confidence and equanimity that protects us from being overwhelmed by anxiety. 22. The journey of self-compassion in healing. Self-compassion is a foundational element in Buddhist healing, and it is closely tied to the practice of loving kindness, or metta. Self-compassion involves treating oneself with the same understanding, kindness, and patience that one would offer to a dear friend. It's especially crucial during times of suffering, as it provides a supportive inner environment where healing can flourish. In moments of difficulty, instead of harshly judging ourselves, Buddhist teachings encourage us to embrace ourselves with kindness. This shift reduces feelings of shame or guilt, making it easier to process difficult emotions and learn from our experiences. Studies show that self-compassion leads to better mental health, lower levels of anxiety and depression, and greater resilience. A common practice for developing self-compassion is through metta meditation, where practitioners send loving thoughts to themselves, gradually expanding these thoughts to others. This practice transforms the way we relate to ourselves, making it easier to forgive our mistakes, accept our imperfections, and appreciate our journey. 23rd. Integrating healing practices into modern life. Buddhist healing techniques, while rooted in ancient traditions, are easily adaptable to modern life. Practices like mindfulness meditation, loving kindness meditation, and mindful breathing are now widely accessible through online resources, meditation apps, and wellness centers. This accessibility allows people to experience the healing benefits of these practices without needing to commit to a specific religious path. One of the most accessible ways to start integrating Buddhist principles into daily life is by creating small habits, such as taking a few moments each morning for mindful breathing, setting intentions for the day, or practicing gratitude before bed. These small, consistent actions build a foundation of peace and awareness, helping people navigate stress and challenges with greater ease. Workplaces, schools, and healthcare settings are also incorporating mindfulness programs, recognizing the impact that these practices have on focus, emotional regulation, and overall well-being. Mindfulness training has shown positive effects on productivity, workplace satisfaction, and reducing burnout, highlighting the value of Buddhist healing practices in modern environments. 24. A legacy of compassionate healing. The Buddha's teachings have impacted millions of people, offering a path to self-discovery, peace, and healing. The teachings encourage individuals to cultivate compassion not only for themselves, but also for others, understanding that we are all connected and that each person's healing contributes to a more peaceful world. This legacy of compassionate healing transcends religious or cultural boundaries, inviting people of all backgrounds to explore their inner lives and find peace within themselves. Buddhist healing principles remind us that the journey to health and well-being is not a destination, but an ongoing process of growth, learning, and self-compassion. 25th, concluding reflections on Buddhist healing. In summary, Buddhist teachings offer a rich, holistic approach to healing that encompasses mind, body, and spirit. Through mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom, Buddhism provides tools that help individuals navigate suffering, foster resilience, and achieve inner peace. The journey of Buddhist healing teaches us to see beyond immediate pain and recognize the larger, transformative process that suffering can initiate. By letting go of attachments, embracing impermanence, and cultivating compassion, we lay the groundwork for profound healing that goes beyond mere symptom relief. This journey reminds us that true healing isn't just about physical health, but about achieving a balanced, harmonious state of being. As we heal ourselves, we also contribute to the well-being of others, creating a ripple effect that fosters greater peace in the world. In embracing these teachings, we open ourselves to a path of continuous growth, where each moment offers an opportunity for healing, compassion, and understanding. This journey is both personal and universal, connecting us to the wisdom of those who have walked the path before us and inspiring hope for those who will follow. Whether or not one identifies as Buddhist, the principles of mindfulness, self-compassion, and wisdom offer valuable guidance for anyone seeking to heal naturally and live a life of peace and fulfillment.